Jasmine Shaji, Mr. Gopal Mohan, Advisor to Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Yasmin Haq, UNICEF Representative for India, and Mr. Madan Padaki, Special Advisor to Yuba on on this special occasion of signing of a partnership between government of NCT of Delhi and Yuva UNICEF to support the Rojgar Bazaar job portal. It's indeed a very proud feeling for me to be the moderator of this session. I had the privilege of working in the team of Deputy CM earlier, and now as part of Yuva, we are getting an opportunity to support the impressive work that's happening in Delhi, which I have been personally witness of. Welcome, sir, and welcome everyone. Now, I quickly to move on with our program, I call upon Mr. Madan Padaki, Strategic Advisor to Yuva, to introduce Yuva and set the context for this partnership.
Thank you, Abhishek. Good afternoon, sir, and to the team there. Delighted to be a part of this. It was quite a red letter day, I must say, for us to get started out on our work with the government of Delhi. My name is Madan Padaki. I've been involved with Yuva almost from its inception 2 years ago, when Yasmin and team, we started working to kind of conceptualize what Yuva is. Yuva is, incidentally, globally was launched 2 years ago as Generation Unlimited. And the whole idea of UNICEF incubating Generation Unlimited was to kind of give a voice to the young people across the world and to have them shape their own destinies in terms of the skills they need to acquire, the kind of employment opportunities they need to generate for themselves, and to truly become change makers and change leaders in their own communities. And Generation Unlimited itself was conceptualized as a multi-stakeholder alliance where we can bring in governments, private sector, the non-profit sector, various development organizations working with youth, and of course, youth themselves at the center of this initiative. Now, I love the term that Generation Unlimited coined, saying about youth, saying nothing about us without us. And as we were conceptualizing Yuva for India and trying to understand how is it that Yuva can make a difference to the young people, three things came together as we were discussing, as we were developing the strategy. One is that we have to put young people at the center of everything that we do. And most likely it has not been the case in several instances, be it education, skilling, or their own roles as change makers. It's been largely top down than bottom up. So how do we truly put young people and their aspirations at the center of everything that we do? Secondly, how do we take a holistic view of a young person's journey, be it from education to skilling to change making? How do we make that journey very seamless and easy for the young people to traverse that journey? And third, that if we can truly bring together, again, all stakeholders together to listen to the young people, to figure out how we can remove obstacles and stay out of the way, in a way, as young people carve their own pathways. Such a kind of an alliance did not exist in India before Yuva, and that we saw as a great opportunity and a wide space for us to truly make a difference with Yuva for young people to create their pathways. We took three pillars as we were discussing the strategy for Yuva. One was clearly, how do you build pathways to aspirational socio-economic opportunities for 100 million young people? That was the aspiration that we set ourselves to be on the economic opportunities. Two, how do we facilitate 200 million young people to create and to acquire relevant 21st century skills, which is relevant to the future work? And of course, we've been on the other side fairly involved with the wonderful work done with the Entrepreneurial Mindsets curriculum in Delhi, which we talk about as a beacon of how 21st century skills must be acquired anywhere else in the world. And that's our dream, that how do we make sure that every school kid everywhere in India is able to acquire these critical 21st century skills, which will make an impact on their lives in the future and immediately as well. And lastly, how do we provide 300 million young people an opportunity to become change makers? And how do we create safe spaces for them to truly become change leaders in their own communities? So those are the three pillars: access to 21st century skills, pathways to economic opportunities, and unleashing their power as change makers. We launched it last year. It's been a year. So still a startup. I must say that UI is really a startup within the UNICEF system, but we've had some very interesting progress that we made over the last 1 year towards the trajectory that we need to reach in 10 years. We've launched a young people listening technology called UReport, which is enabled on WhatsApp and Facebook plugins. We have over 400,000 young people who have registered, and we run regular polls. We publish a dashboard where it's possible for anybody to understand what young people are thinking, doing, feeling, so on and so forth. We launched a very interesting youth challenge which engaged over about 11,000 young people along with Atal Innovation Mission and Design for Change to understand and to have people come out and talk about what they want to do in their communities. It was very fascinating to watch 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds talk about how they want to tackle climate change, how they want to tackle poverty, so on and so forth. We've launched in very key partnership with the work that UNICEF is doing, career guidance portal in partnership with about 10 states. Almost about 17 million young people have accessed this portal. We've run various career guidance and entrepreneurship mindset sessions with over 1 million views on YouTube already. We've just struck a very interesting partnership with Ministry of Youth Affairs to develop the potential of young people and have them participate in social, civic, and community initiatives. And lastly, a few months ago, we launched at a state level with the government of Punjab. We've launched a fairly comprehensive program called Pride of Punjab to empower Punjab's youth by connecting them to opportunities in careers and linking them to 21st century skills and change-making opportunities. Happy to say that we've again had over about 26,000 young people, mostly a large part of them girls, participating in our initial baseline survey to figure out what their aspirations are and what we should be doing. In all this, we've constituted a young person's action team, which guides UA on what we need to do. And we've got over about 50 organizations across governments, multilateral agencies, NGOs, private sector, participating in various task forces. So each of these pillars are run by task force, and the secretariat run by Abhishek supports these task forces on the various strategy. So in the context of all this, we are super excited about this partnership with the government of Delhi in strengthening the Rozgar Bazaar and figuring out how we can truly understand aspirations of young people towards economic opportunities and what we can learn from in this endeavor. So this is a quick introduction, and look forward to the rest of the conversations this afternoon. Thank you.
Thanks, Madan. Sir, with this glimpse of Yuva from Madan, we would like to just show you a 2-minute video, and then I will invite Mr. Jasmine Shah to give his note of speech. Can I request the team to just play the video?
There are 33 million young people in India.
That's 28% of the population.
But 100% of the future.
We are the largest number of young people in the world.
Every month, 1 million young people turn 18
and start looking for employment.
Too many of us, especially women, are not in education,
employment, or training.
We are creative
and innovative. We want to make our own way, but we need your support.
Investing in young people will unleash our potential
and transform India.
Our generation
has the solutions.
They are local and global.
They're innovative
and they work.
We have the solutions and you have the power.
The expertise.
The resources.
So let's co-create, refine,
scale up.
If we do this, we can surge ahead at an unmatchable pace.
We need more quality education and flexible learning.
We want employment opportunities.
We want to be entrepreneurs
with the skills to create our own future.
From our parents, we don't want pressure.
We live in a country where women have broken many ceilings.
We want to break more.
In the city
and the village.
We want skills
that prepare us for the economy of the future.
Our generation
is 28% of the population.
but 100% of the future.
Our turn,
Our time.
Our future.
Join us.
join us.
Join us.
We're unstoppable.
Undivided.
Yuva.
Generation Unlimited.
In India.
Thank you very much, Dhruv. I think, sorry, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We hope this video created some buzz about the Yuva initiative, and we have many exciting initiatives that we have undertaken and plan to undertake in Yuva. But before we talk about that, I would like to invite Mr. Jasmin Shah to provide his remarks.
Good afternoon to everyone, and good afternoon to the UNICEF leadership team. It is indeed a privilege of Delhi government and specifically the Dialogue and Development Commission to extend this sort of hand of collaboration and the MOU that we have signed today. Very briefly, Dialogue and Development Commission is a think tank for Delhi government, and as the name suggests, it's founded on the idea that dialogue with all stakeholders of the society should be an essential facet of policy making. And much of the work that we do in DDC reflects that kind of a philosophy. So today's partnership, and especially this idea that youth should be brought at the center of policy making, and a lot of the work, I mean, this is a government over the last 5 years, there are a number of initiatives that actually been targeted at children and youth. And the idea that let's now involve them in co-creating solutions, I think is a wonderful idea and something that DDC is very committed to. Apart from skilling and employment opportunities, very clearly Rozgar Bazaar is a wonderful example of what is possible when you create platforms to unleash the potential of youth. We knew it was a very tough time because of the COVID pandemic, where the government resources were also quite constrained, but the kind of economic challenges that the youth were facing were heartrending. And at that time, we realized that rather than trying to do direct interventions, if we create a simple platform like Rozgar Bazaar eventually turned out to be, to connect youth with opportunities in a very seamless manner. And again, over here, the class divide is very important to understand, that the platforms have to be easy, bilingual, and many other features. And today you see that it's a platform, I think, in terms of in a short period of time, what it has made happen, I believe it's quite unprecedented. More than 13 lakh youth have already enrolled as job seekers on the platform, and close to 8 lakh employment opportunities or jobs that have already been posted on the platform. So clearly, a big part of this vision, and I'm glad employment department representatives are also here, that they carry a huge weight of doing something meaningful for the youth in terms of enabling them to access better employment opportunities. And with the support of the UNICEF India team and the Yuva team, I'm sure there's a lot that we can do together. We believe that these are the kind of partnerships that allows governments to do more than they otherwise would. So we are very committed to making this partnership successful. And beyond the Rozgar Bazaar also, like we mentioned, many other initiatives down the line, because as a government, we are very strongly committed to creating space and empowering the future generation. And towards that end, whatever other ideas from our side or from UNICEF India team, we look forward to working together. So once again, it's a great day, and we hope that we can achieve great things through this partnership.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shah, for highlighting the centrality of the youth agenda in this government and taking co-ownership of this partnership along with the employment department. Now I invite Dr. Yasmin Ali Haq, UNICEF representative in India, to highlight UNICEF's commitment to the partnership and the young people of Delhi. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks, Abhishek. And good afternoon, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Shah, and my colleagues. As Madan said, it really is a very key milestone for us today, because UI is about partnerships, as you've heard. UI is not about a project. It's not about 5 people just working on it. Our intention really is to create a buzz that attracts young people, that attracts people who can influence their future, and also creates the connect between them. So for us, I think Madan very clearly outlined what we're trying to achieve through YUVA, how we arrived at this stage, and how far we've got so far. I'd just like to, highlight a few things beyond that. And especially when it comes to partnerships, the partnership element is crucial. None of us, no institution, no private sector entity, no agency by itself can reach the ambitious targets that we have set based on what young people are asking for. Because young people can be much more forward-looking, much more ambitious than us. And we really have to listen to what they're saying. So core to what we are doing always is consulting with young people, bringing their voice in, and then getting feedback from them on how we are doing. So we're really happy to have the government of Delhi as a key stakeholder, because you already are spearheading initiatives for youth development. And we know, Honorable Deputy CM, that you have the EMC curriculum project of Delhi government, and you'll be glad to know that we are also supporting that through one of our partners, Alohomora Foundation, who are involved in organizing live entrepreneur interactions. We're also exploring collaboration areas with Delhi Skills Entrepreneurship University, really to look at supporting apprenticeship and education department to support the career portal for students grade 9 to 12. And I've visited in many states where we have started the work with this career portal. And I've been amazed to see how just having a portal, something that we feel is basic technology, but how it is helping young people think beyond what mindset they might have, for them to be aspirational, for them to be really exploring what other opportunities they could be looking at. And especially seeing the girls, I think for me, that's been one of the heartening side of it. So I really hope that through this partnership on Rozgar Bazaar, we will be able to strengthen the efforts of the government to support young people of Delhi to find better jobs. We will definitely endeavor to support your government in creating a comprehensive, feature-rich, next generation job portal that can serve as a model for many other parts of the country. So I would just like to take this opportunity to thank you again for this partnership with you. We will definitely collaborate and co-create more solutions. Like Mr. Shah said, this is not just the one area. And partners who have collaborated with YUVA, ranging from government, UN agencies, civil society organizations, private sector entities, for all, there is a common thread, and that is the commitment to invest in ideas and solutions for young people. And as we say, YUVA belongs to young people, just as the future of India belongs to its young people. So once again, really appreciate this partnership and look forward to next time we meet, talking about how much we have achieved together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Haq. Thank you for outlining the UNICEF's commitment to the partnership and to the young people of Delhi. It's now my honor to invite the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Manish Sisodia, to talk about the significance of this partnership that YUVA is entering into with Delhi government. Over to you.
Thank you very much. One of the most significant feature of this partnership is that Abhishek and us would be working together once again on the same issues that we have been working and we have been thinking to work upon. So it's a big opportunity for all of us to work together once again. And no doubt it's not just an opportunity where MOU is being signed, but it's two teams are coming together here as a political will, and the team who is working day and night on the education, on the young minds, how to help them to live a meaningful life, how to help them to live a productive life which contributes to the society and the nation, not only in terms of economy and jobs, but also in terms of values and confidence and overall growth of the country. So this partnership is very important in this aspect. As we are living today in Corona period, and if you ask me, the two most talked about buzzwords in Corona period are vaccine and jobs. People talk about vaccine, people talk about jobs. That's the only two keywords that are being talked about everywhere throughout the world. Vaccine is taking its own time, and I'm sure there will be a day when the world will get vaccine and we'll see Corona going with the help of the vaccine. But job is a problem which won't be solved through some vaccine. We need a lot of partnerships, lot of brainstormings, and a lot of new initiatives. I mean, it's an extraordinary time. This time is very extraordinary. So we have to find out extraordinary solutions for joblessness. The entire world is facing this problem. And I'm glad the two teams working here at the end of UNICEF and Delhi government are really seriously having a partnership to find solutions, try them, implement them, and move forward. This day, as Madan said, significantly, it's a red letter day. Yes, it would be proven. I hope once, like Dr. Jasmine said, that next time when we meet, we should talk about progress. What kind of progress we have made. And that's why I have my team here from the employment department who have been looking after the Rozgar Bazaar portal, and successfully without much of, I'll say, expertise. I'll say this because so far, before this pandemic, I can say, or before this situation, I can say, the employment team has been working on different tangents, on different areas, but now they have new challenges, to find out new solutions also. It's their job. And Rozgar Bazaar was one of them. I'm quite optimistic that after getting this much of network and expertise from around the world through UNICEF channel, this team will be able to do a lot of wonders. They'll be exploring more. I'll request Chetan, if you can work with the Secretary. Secretary Employment is not here because she's a little unwell today. But if you can take this message from here, that maybe within a week, the team should come back to me with a proposal, examining what is being offered by the UNICEF team, what is being planned by our team, and how, utilizing all the expertise that we are able to get from them, what is our plan then? How are we moving forward? If you can give me a proposal presentation, today is
19th.
That is Friday, no,
Right.
Thursday.
Thursday.
So next Thursday we can meet again with the entire employment department, and I'll request team Yuva also, if some of you can join us on that day also.
27th.
Because today is the MOU signing day. So I won't take much of time, but yes, on next Thursday, we should meet again and should explore how much we have moved forward within a week. That should be the space to cover up, because as I said, joblessness is one of the biggest problem, and believe me, no vaccine is going to solve it. Only we can solve it. This is going to be one of the biggest problems. Corona will go, but the depression, the problem that are coming that we can foresee because of joblessness is, much larger that we can imagine today. So it's very important, Chetan, as an employment department, we have to make sure that we utilize the offer, and they should feel, Abhishek should feel after that why we offered. They should regret that we don't have that much of expertise and network the kind of Delhi government is requiring. So we should open our all cards, whatever we can do. And I would like to hear from you and the entire employment department team that how are we going to do it using all this expertise. And they have fantastic team, they have fantastic network and expertise, especially I was reading the notes, the research and exploration of various effective job portals that, I mean, job portals में जो लोग market से आएंगे, suggestion देंगे, job openings जो लेके आएंगे, इन सबको हम examine कर सकते हैं. कैसे हम इनको करके कर सकते हैं, कैसे हम maximum use कर सकते हैं. So make a plan of this and let's meet on Thursday once again. So thank you very much for inviting me here. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a big event and a big development at the beginning of a big thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy CM Sir, for announcing this partnership and sharing with us your vision for the program. We are all motivated by your commitment and also are aware of your reviews. So we will make sure that by 26th, we have a plan to share with you. It's my now honor to invite Mr. Jasmine Shah and Dr. Yasmin Ali Haq to sign the partnership and make it official with a photo op.
So I guess we have nowadays in the virtual reality, we do things differently. Yeah, but Mr. Shah, thank you very much for signing on this.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you. Can we have a very quick, maybe a photo if that's possible there? Otherwise, we'll just take a TV screenshot here.
Yeah, let's just take a screenshot. Yeah.
All right. So thank you.
You're doing it?
Yes, I am doing that. On account of 3, I'll do this. All right, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We really look forward to a strong collaboration.
Definitely, it's going to.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.